Greetings everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing well. In this continuous video program, I'll show you a lot more thing about C program and we'll learn the program in Android compiler. I don't think anyone ever did this. But let's start this. Happy learning. So for this, let's start with the history of C. I have write all the thing in my notepad. Okay, as you can see, the father of programming language is Algol. It was first introduced in 1960. After that, in 1967, a new computer programming language was announced called BCPL, which means Basic Combined Programming Language. It was designed by Martin Richard. Just after 3 years, in 1970, a language named B was introduced by Ken Thompson, containing many features of BCPL. In 1972, a great computer scientist, Dennis Ritchie, created a new programming language called C. Dennis Ritchie created a new programming language called C. It was the history of C. After that, a lot of update version of C has come. We don't have to know this in this step. Okay, let's see an illustration about C. Here's the illustration. You can see documentation section, link section, define section, global declaration section, main function section, second brace, second opening brace, second closing brace, declaration part, executable part, subprogram section, and function, user defined function. So let's declare all these things. At first, the documentation section comes. The documentation section consists a set of command lines giving the name of program, the author, and the other details which programmer would like to use later. Okay, it's maybe your name, your pet name if you want to use it later, everything you want to use it later, or the program name. Okay, let's go to link section. The link section provides instruction to the compiler to link function from the system library. We'll discuss later. There is a library for C program as well as every programming language has. Okay, let's come to definition section. The definition section defines all symbolic constant. Okay, let's move on to main function section. The main function section is the body of a program. It starts with the opening second brace, getting some statements like declaration part, executable part, and close with the closing second brace. Let's go to declaration part. The declaration part declares all the variables used in the executable part. It means if we want to get like output 10, we have to declare here executable part means 10. If we want to get it output, this is executable or output 10. So for that we have to declare which kind of variable we are getting in output. The declaration part will get it. You can see 10 is an integer, so we will add the variable name like int, and if the executable part contains any other types of data, we will add other types of variable name like character, float, etc. Okay, let's go to the executable part. There is at least one statement in the executable part. These two parts must appear between open and closing brace. You have to use opening or closing brace if you want to write any kind of argument in this section. The program execution begins at the opening brace and ends at the closing brace. Here, start from here and close from here. The closing brace of the main function is logical ends of the program. The closing brace, it means the logical ends of the program. When the second or closing brace appears, the program will automatically stop. All statement in this declaration and executable part end with the semicolon, and we have to use semicolon after every section in this part, like this one. Okay, let's move on to subprogram section. If the program is a multi-function program, then the subprogram section contains all the user-defined function that are called in the main function. I mean, if we want to add user defined means if we want to get a variable from our own, like we want to add the variable like name. It is not a predefined variable in the compiler, so it goes to user defined variable. So we as we declared in main function, we can write it here in subprogram section. Okay, user defined function are generally placed immediately after the main function, although they may appear in order. Here we have to add the variable name for user defined function. All section except the main function section may be absent when they are not recurred. I mean, in a program, this section, this and this one could be absent, or you, if it is not necessary, you don't need to write this one and this one, but this one is must have program, must have function. You must write the main function in a program, otherwise the program will not run. So if you write a program and it don't run, there is no output for us. Okay, so you have to note that every time while writing a program, we must add this main function section, and it start with the second opening brace and close with the closing brace, and the statement inside it will end with semicolon. Okay, this was the illustration about C program. Okay, it's all for today. See you in the next video. We will discuss about some basic information for C programming language. Tata.